Happy New Year. All right, we're going to start out with a lesson 4B that is hopefully something simple to get back into the swing of things. I know it's hard to come off of vacation and get right back into school mode. So basically, this is another way to do polynomial division, okay? So instead of doing long division, we're going to, in this case, first start with this x plus 8 divided by x plus 3. So basically what we're going to do, it says write the numerator, which is the top of the fraction, as an equivalent expression involving the expression x plus 3. All right, so what that means is, okay, instead of x plus 8 over x plus 3, we're going to use x plus 3. Okay, this has to be part of our numerator. X plus whatever the denominator is, we need the denominator or a multiple of the denominator. And in this case, we want our numerator to equal x plus 8. So for x plus 3 to be equivalent to x plus 8, we have to add 5 to it. Okay, so hopefully we all agree that this is the same, okay, the same value as x plus 8 over x plus 3, right? We just kind of changed the form of it. All right, now it says, use the fact that division distributes over addition to write the final answer. So what this means is we can rewrite this as x plus 3 over x plus 3 plus 5 over x plus 3. We're kind of doing the opposite of adding fractions. Okay, we're separating this numerator here, right here, and we're putting them each over their own denominator of x plus 3. So if I wanted to add these together, right? If I wanted to add these together, I could, because they have the same denominator of x plus 3. And I could, if I wanted to add this together, it would be x plus 3 plus 5 over x plus 3. I'm working backward. All right, now the reason why I want to do this is because now I can look at this and I can say, okay, x plus 3 over x plus 3. Well, anything divided by itself is 1. So I can change this into a 1 plus 5 over x plus 3. And that's all it is. All right. So I'm trying to find, I use the denominator and use a multiple of the denominator plus something. I separate them and then rewrite my answer. All right, so we're going to try a couple more of these. Okay, so for exercise 5, it's just more of the same. Okay. In this case, since there's a 1x plus 2, and I need to go to a 4x plus 13, I know I need 4 x's, okay? So x plus 2, my denominator doesn't change, okay? But in order to have a 4x on top, that means I need not just 1x plus 2, but I need 4 x plus 2's, okay? And my numerator has to equal 4x plus 13. So right now, okay, if I think about this, 4 times x plus 2, if I distributed, that's the same as 4x plus 8. So in order to get my 4x plus 13, I would also have to add 5 to this one. Okay, so you can see that if I distribute this, I get 4x plus 8 plus 5. It's the same thing as my original numerator of 4x plus 13. All right, now I'm going to use the fact that distribute. I can undo basically or I can distribute the division. Okay, so I'm going to take those 4x plus 2's, put it over a denominator of x plus 2. And then I'm going to separate my extra here, my 5 over x plus 2. So if I'm going to reduce, okay, this is the only piece that can be reduced. The x plus 2 over x plus 2 is just going to turn into a 1. And 4 times 1 is just 4. So basically, my answer is going to be 4 plus 5 over x plus 2. All right, so last one. If you want, you can pause the video and try this one on your own. Okay, or we can just look at this. All right, so obviously there's a 3x here. That means we need 3 x minus 4s. Okay, we know that's going to be part of our numerator. And if I look at this expression in distributed form, it's going to be the same as 3x minus 12. Okay, if I distribute the 3, I get 3x minus 12. But I want a 3x minus 5. So to change that negative 12 into a positive 5, I'm going to have to add 7. So plus 7 is the magic number. Okay, that would turn this numerator back into a 3x minus 5. All right, so again, I can separate and divide each piece of my numerator by x minus 4. Just fix this a little bit. It's a little glitchy. There's a plus 7. And then I'm going to just reduce the first part and just turn that into a whole number of 3. So my answer is going to be 3 plus 7 over x minus 4. Okay, now I just want to demonstrate, and I'm going to do that right here, that you can still do this using long division. So if I want to divide 3x minus 5, and this is kind of a review of what we were doing before Christmas break, which I hope all of you had a wonderful Christmas break. But remember, we wanted this first term to match. So in order to multiply x by something to get 3x, it would have to be a 3 here. And then I'm going to distribute the 3 to get 3x minus 12. And then I have to remember to subtract. Okay, so I do 3x minus 3x, which cancels. And then this would be a negative 5 minus a negative 12. And that would be the same as adding 12. So a negative 5 and a plus 12 would give me a positive 7. And I would just write my answer as 3 plus the remainder, which is 7, over to my divisor of x minus 4. So if you don't like this new method of rewriting the numerator, you could still resort to long division. It also works. This is just a second method. Okay, so for your homework, you are going to do number 1. Again, number 1 is not multiple choice. There's 4 pieces or components to number 1. And I think actually I am going to cross off D, and I'm going to change it because they're all kind of the same. I want to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to switch D to 6x minus 2 over 2x minus 4. And I'm going to do this one with you. Okay. So if I wanted to rewrite the numerator using a multiple of 2x minus 4, okay, the multiple of 2x that would give me to 6x, I would need 3 of them. Okay, so I can do it like this. So I'd need 3 2x minus 4s to get my 6x. And if I were to distribute this, that would give me 6x minus 12. And in order to get it back to a minus 2, I would have to add 10. Okay, this pen is glitching out or not working very well. Oopsie. And I'd have to add to 10. Okay, so if I just keep it distributed, it helps me to see what I have to do to this to get to this. All right, so again, I can rewrite this. I can separate it. I have 3 2x minus 4s over 2x minus 4. And then I have the plus 10 over 2x minus 4. And here, this will just cancel to 3. So my final answer is just 3 plus 10 over 2x minus 4. Again, you could have used long division to get this answer. All right, I just wanted to show you something with division other than a lead coefficient of 1 here. It still works. All right, so number 2 is also going to be part of your homework. Okay, it's a little bit different, but if you understand the concept, you should be able to figure it out. Number 3 and 4 we finished for homework last time. Oops. And number 5 we left for homework this time as well. Okay, so for number 5, I'm going to do one of these with you. And I guess I'll do part B with you. All right, just as a review of long division. Okay, so if we're dividing x minus 3 into this polynomial, 2x cubed. Remember, we make sure it's a complete polynomial. It starts with an x cubed, and then it goes to an x squared, and then it goes to an x term. Okay, so it's a complete polynomial because every exponent from 3 in descending order is represented. All right, so I'm asking myself, okay, what times x gives me 2x cubed? So my answer is going to start with the 2x squared, or my quotient. And then I distribute that 2x squared to get 2x cubed. And then 2x squared times negative 3 is negative 6x squared. And then I subtract. And I make sure I distribute that negative. So it's a negative 11 minus a negative 6. And if you want, you can change that to a plus, because when I subtract a negative, it becomes a plus. And if I combine now, it'll give me a negative 5x squared. And then I bring down the plus 22x. Okay, then I repeat the process. I go back up to the top. And in order to multiply this x times something to get a negative 5x squared, it needs to be a negative 5x. And I distribute that negative 5x to my divisor, and I get negative 5x squared. And a negative 5x times a negative 3 is a positive 15x. And then I subtract. Okay, so I'm going to subtract. And 22x minus 15x is 7x. And I bring down the negative 25. And then again, I repeat. So this has to be a positive 7. I don't like how this pen is working. I'll try this again. Plus 7. And then I distribute that 7 to get a positive 7x. And a 7 times a negative 3 is a negative 21. And I need to subtract. So I get negative 25 minus a negative again, which is just going to turn that into a plus. And when I subtract, I get a negative 4. So my remainder is going to be a negative 4. And I rewrite my answer. Okay, I write my quotient, which is 2x squared minus 5x plus 7. And I can write minus 4 over my divisor, which is x minus 3. And this will be my final answer. All right, so that's a little reminder of long division. And since, just another fact I'm going to repeat, since this one does have a remainder other than 0, that means this x minus 3 is not a factor of my numerator. Okay, it does not divide evenly. The remainder is not 0. So your homework is to finish 5B by using long division and to do numbers 1 and 2. All right, have fun. Welcome back to school. Hope you had a nice break. All right. Bye.